Hi everyone, how are you all doing? Right before we start, just a little reminder that your 2025 year ahead energy reading is available already. If you're interested to book yours, all the details are in the community post, so please check it out and book yours today. So this video is talking about December 2nd to 8th of 2024. This is a very busy week. We have a lot going on, so bear with me there. And something that I always share is that whenever we have a week where we have a lot of astrological transit aspect happening, it means that there's a lot of changes, and there might be a lot of emotions or things that might happen within our lives or around us, right? That can affect us directly or indirectly. And because of that, I always say in a week where there's a lot of aspect and transit, please take extra care of yourself and space out your schedule, especially we do have retrogrades happening. Space out your time schedule, and if you're able to, allocate your schedule so you make time to intentionally slow down and rest and take care of your energy by staying hydrated, keeping yourself warm, all those stuff. So just take care of your energy. So now let's dive in. On Monday, December the 2nd, we have Venus in Capricorn trine Uranus retrograde in Taurus. So this is a lovely and flowy day with this aspect. This can feel harmonious in your relationships and money matters, all the Venusian stuff, right? Things can feel a little bit more in flow today, but we do have Uranus, but it's a trine, right? So this is also something that a day where if you want to, you can try something new, experience something, Venus trine Uranus. Maybe this is a little let's go try this restaurant today, let's go try this new method to do things today, right? Or when it comes to relationship, maybe this is let's spice something up today, let's try something new, go on a little adventure, right? Do something that you don't usually do. Maybe some of us might even get a little surprise, right? So let's see. And maybe this can also not be romantic related. This can be related to your close relationships, one-on-one relationships, your friends and loved ones, that you might experience this energy. It's a great day to hang out, spend some time with each other. And since it's talking about Capricorn and Taurus, this is also maybe about your money matters, right? Maybe you receive some positive information or new insight regarding to your investment or your personal finance. And since we're also talking about, Taurus and Venus, we're talking about our self-value and self-worth. So this might be a positive insight or information around that topic as well. December the 4th, very busy day. We have 3 different aspects happening. So the first one is Mercury retrograde opposing Jupiter in Gemini. Both are retrograde. So this is not the first, this is the second time that we're experiencing this aspect because Mercury is retrograding right now. So the first one was November 18th. Today, on December the 4th, is the second time that Mercury in Sag opposed Jupiter in Gemini. So think back, what happened around that time, November 18th? What kind of thoughts or conversation you were having? What went through your mind during that time? Today might be a day where you receive those information again, or those information conversation come back and need you to have a redo, do a do-over. Oh, let's circle it back, let's talk about it again. You were telling me something, or maybe there were some miscommunication, and now we are having this second time. This is your chapter 2, your phase 2 of the Mercury retrograde story. Maybe today is the day where you're realizing, oh wait, something it's not right. Let's talk about it again, let's discuss it. That might happen. So see what that might mean for you. Everybody might experience it a little different. Having them opposing each other can also be a bit scattering sometimes, right? Everybody will experience it differently. Today can feel a little extra overwhelming for some of us, right? Too much is happening, your mind is busy, so carve out time if you're feeling this way. And also maybe there's some realization that might be happening, right? Like I said, this is the second time, so see what that might mean, because we have another one that will come back, that will happen again after Mercury station direct, and that will be December 26th. So Mercury will oppose Jupiter once more, the third and final time, December 26th. So don't feel like everything is just set in stone just yet. There might still be something else happening. You might get that last piece of information or puzzle later in the month. On the same day, we do have Sun and Sagittarius squaring Saturn and Pisces. So this is a no. This is a rejection. This might be a rejection or no from someone. But also, since this is the Sun making that aspect, this can be personal to some of us. This can be a day where you have some negative self-talk happening, self-sabotaging behavior or thoughts coming through. Since this is a square, maybe you are having a little bit self-doubt moment, doubting yourself or questioning your worth, or belittling yourself, right? So watch out if that comes up, and just know that this is temporary. Maybe this is just one of those that you're just and we all have that. Just remember to know that this is temporary and feel it and let it flow through you. Don't let it spiral. And the final aspect is Venus in Capricorn having a sextile with Neptune retrograding in Pisces. So this is a little helpful to kind of smooth out the other two rather intense aspect that we have today. So because of what is happening today with the opposition between Mercury and Jupiter and the square between Sun and Saturn, this sextile between Neptune and Venus is asking us, you know what, there's a lot going on. If you're able to, if you can today, just retreat yourself from everything that is happening. Carve out some self-care time to do something make you happy. Maybe this is take the afternoon off, go on a little walk. Maybe this is listening to some music. Maybe this is doing something creative that kind of take your mind out of all those busy energy. Maybe this is listening to music, writing, watch a movie, right? Or maybe this is attending to the spiritual practice that you have to help you move through the day as well. So that is nice. On December the 5th is beautiful. We have a Mercury Cazimi that is happening at 14 degrees in Sagittarius today at 6:17 p.m. Pacific time, or December the 6th, the next day, 10:17 a.m. Hong Kong time for earlier time zone, so adjust the time according to where you are in the world. But I always say that during this Mercury Cazimi, some of us can feel this energy a little bit before and after. So I would say, yes, December 5th, the time mark that I gave you, but also, a little bit before and after as well. That's more the time frame that you might feel this Mercury Cazimi. And Cazimi is whenever a planet travels through and align, passing through the heart of the sun, right? They're like together, and there's this symbolic meaning of that planet being cleansed and burned and cleansed by the sun, which is also known as like the divine knowledge, divine wisdom energy. So today can be a day where you might receive some downloads, you might have some message coming through your meditation, your dreams, your thoughts. You might have an aha moment, realization, revelation. Some clarity might come in for you. And this also always marks the halfway point of our Mercury retrograde journey. So today, during the Cazimi, you might receive some clarity, answer, solution, a perspective to your Mercury retrograde story or journey. So it depends what you're moving through. Everyone will feel it differently, but this can be that energy, and this might be that aha moment you have been waiting for, right? That last piece of puzzle. And sometimes Mercury Cazimi, I also feel like it brings that light to us, right? This can be a news, a hidden truth, secret being revealed, coming up and center for us, maybe individually or as a collective. So I'll also watch out and see what news might come up. December the 6th, the day that a lot of astrologers has been talking about and anticipating, is finally here. Mars retrograde. So Mars is going to station retrograde today at Leo, 6 degrees 10 minutes at 3:33 p.m. Pacific time. What a time, 333. But it is also December the 6th, 7:33 a.m. Hong Kong time, earlier time zone, so adjust the time according to where you are in the world. Mars will be retrograding back from 6 degrees 10 minutes Leo, and Mars has been in Leo since November the 3rd. So think back the time from November the 3rd up to this point. What are you moving through in your life? What is happening the past month or so? Because now Mars is going to retrace those steps, those degree points where the past month has been. So take a look and see which house is ruled by Leo, right? Those are the topics and themes that you're working with this Mars retrograde, and they might need us to have a do-over, rethink, reevaluate, all the REs, right? And since Mars is going to retrograde in two signs, first Leo and then later on Cancer, in this video we are going to focus in the Leo part, because Mars is going to retrograde in the sign of Leo until next year, January 6th. So between now, the whole next month until January 6th, we're working with Mars retrograde in Leo. So usually, in a more general sense, Mars retrograde is a time of pause, slowing down, and Mars is like traveling halfway through around the sun. And right now, this is at the halfway point. So think of it like a match, right? Like you're watching the World Cup, you're watching the soccer, and then now is that break time, is that halfway point where both teams get a timeout, go back to the group, they regroup, they re-strategize, see how far they have come so far. How are they doing so far? Is there anything that they need to change? The strategic, tactics and something like that, to regroup, to re-strategize. This is exactly what we're doing with Mars retrograde. This is a time where we need to take a break, retreat, readjust, regroup, recuperate, reevaluate everything that we've been doing, and especially for the past month from November the 3rd up until this point. And maybe this is related to things that you are attending to, that you're doing right for the past month, but also take a look and see what kind of topics is that Leo ruled house for you. And Mars in Leo is about confidence. Mars in Leo is that shining light, right? What are you shining for, right? What brings you joy? What are you passionate about? What really lights that fire within you? What motivates you to get up every day, to continue to do it, because it ignite that passion and fire within you. Mars is also about your creativity, right? What you're passionate about, your creativity, your ability to create things. Yes, about confidence that I already said. So all these topics are being revisited during this time. So take this time. Mars in Leo retrograde is asking us to slow down, to evaluate what motivate and ignite that fire within us. What are we going after? What excite and energize us, right? What makes us want to just go get it and go do it? What is that fire is like? And what are you passionate about, right? And sometimes we're always on the go, right? Because of the society, the capitalistic culture that we are in. We're always trained to not think about this and just go into the grind, just be in the grind and keep working, keep going. We never have that time to really ask us, because guess what? Change is the only constant in life. Sometimes what we're passionate about changes. What motivates us changes. They all change, right? It's inevitable. And sometimes our passion, our creativity change as well through times because of circumstances, because of what we've moved through, what we've been through, because of what is happening around the world. So Mars retrograde is asking us to slow down and take a look and see all those stuff, right? This can be a time where some of us can feel extra annoyed and frustrated. Yes. This can also make us feel like things are not going our way. We're meeting some roadblocks, or we might feel like there's a lack of motivation. The spark kind of just lost. We can't find our spark, our motivation, right? We're struggling. We feel unmotivated. We feel like meh, everything is just meh. I'm not like passionate. I don't know where it went. I don't feel that drive, that fire within me anymore. And this is a sign where Mars retrograde is asking you, that's okay. It all happened for a reason. We just need to figure out why, right? Maybe it changes. Now you're passionate about something else. You want to create something else, right? And for some, maybe this is redefining what lights up that fire within you. This is finding your confidence again, finding your voice again, finding your passion, your creativity. Where is that fire? What lights you up, right? And now that we have Mars retrograde on top of Mercury retrograde, two personal planets are in retrograde. So this is almost like double retrograde, right? And this is really asking us to slow down. And some of us, yes, this can feel frustrated, because sometimes the universe is like, well, you don't know how to slow down, I'm gonna help you. And you might feel extra frustrated because you're always on the go, and then now you're feeling like 1 step forward, 2 steps back, or even more, like 3, 4 steps back. And then you're like, what the F? What is happening? Why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? And now I'm not feeling motivated. What is going on? Because the universe is like, you need to slow down. You're always on the grind. You don't think for yourself, and I'm gonna make you do that. So some of us might feel like something just happened and just not happening, just forcing you to slow down. So take a look and see what that might mean for you. It's not here to ruin your life. It's here to help you to redefine or find that, to rediscover that fire within you, right? So take a look and see what that might mean for you. Just, I know it's easier said than done, but don't feel I know it's really hard, but don't feel discouraged. Don't feel like, oh my god, things are just like not happening, and spiral down in this endless loop of depression. And yes, that might happen to some, but just know that they all happen for a reason. So yes, don't run away those energies, but don't feel discouraged or bummed out or too frustrated and let that emotion take on for too long. Just know that Mars retrograde is meant to give us an opportunity to redo, re-strategize, regroup yourself, so that you can gain a better direction as to where do you want that fire leads you to, right? So we do have some aspect that will repeat because of retrograde, and we will talk about them one by one as time comes closer. If you do have Mars as your time lord, if you are Leo and Cancer rising, you're probably gonna feel this more. If Mars is your chart ruler, or Mars rule, so Scorpio and Aries, you might also feel a little bit more. If you have Mars natally in Leo, you're definitely gonna feel this, right? Or if you're Leo rising, you're definitely gonna feel this, right? So if you want a personal reading, more geared to your own natal chart, I'm always here to help you. But yes, we'll continue to talk about Mars retrograde because it's happening for a long time, for quite a few months, up until next year, end of February, but we're not out of post shadow until like April. So yeah, we have a few more months to go. So on top of the Mars retrograde, we have another transit and aspect happening. So first, we have Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius, squaring Saturn and Pisces. So again, this feels like a no, a rejection, a stop sign happening. But this is Mercury. So maybe today you might find yourself in a situation where you need to have a tough conversation, a hard conversation. You might feel like you need to make a tough choice or a hard decision to something. But you might also gain clarity or freedom or solution or clarity through this thing. So take it slow, be mindful, and just move through this conversation or decision that you have to make with ease, with grace. And another thing is that Venus is going to change sign today. Venus is entering Aquarius today at 10:13 p.m. Pacific time, or the next day, December 7 to 13 p.m. Hong Kong time. So just the time according to where you are in the world. Aquarius is a sign about, it's an air sign, so it talks about communications, it talks about social interaction, it talks about communities, right? The collective, the bigger groups in the world. Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. It relates to humanitarian topics. It's not afraid to step out of the norm. It's not afraid to go against what the society deemed to be normal or the norm, the majority, right? Because Aquarius is like, yeah, I have no problem following a community, a group of people, or the collective. But the minute I see something is wrong, or the minute I see is not for the greater good, I'm not afraid to call out. I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe is true and is better for the greater good, right? So during this transit, Venus in Aquarius is inviting us to pay more attention, to care about more of these topics. You might find yourself relating or talking about these kind of topics with your friends, with people that align with your values, to engage in some humanitarian topics, groups, communities, or so on and so forth. You want to care more, and that is so good, right? I do have my moon in Aquarius, so I do love this a lot. And this is also a moment to perhaps align with people that share the same value as you. You might attract and care about these topics more as well. So I love that for us. And immediately, right after Venus enters Aquarius, is gonna conjunct Pluto, because guess what, right? Earlier, a couple weeks ago, Pluto re-enter Aquarius and is sitting still at that 0 degree. So Venus will conjunct Pluto. And Venus conjunct Pluto is always that fatal attraction aspect, right? This can feel like that, oh, I'm just sucked in by this person today. This is that fatal attraction day where some of us, especially maybe if you have Venus in Aquarius, early degrees especially, or I would say Venus in air sign because it's a trine as well. So especially 0 degree or 1 maybe, you're definitely going to feel like you're attracted by someone today. Maybe you run into your crush, maybe you find your partner extra attractive, or you might just fall for someone like fatally today. You're just like, oh my god, I don't know why, I'm just so attracted to this person. That might happen for some of us today. And this can also be a day where you experience that feeling with other close one-on-one relationship. This can be that profound moment of attraction, right? This can be an experience or a moment you share with your best friend, your closest one-on-one people. And Venus talks about value. So this might be a day where you know your worth and you have this moment of, you know what, I know my worth and I'm not going to allow this to make me shrink or sell myself short. So this Pluto wakes up that Venus quality and maybe give some of you an aha moment to see the truth. Like, this person does not value me. This person does not see my worth. That's it. I'm done. I'm out. Maybe this is you realizing that, end a relationship, end a friendship, quit your job, or let go of that toxic person that doesn't see your worth, that boss that you're having power dynamic struggles, right? That toxic friend or this project that is sucking the life out of you, that doesn't value you. So that might happen today as well. December the 7th, we have the Sun in Sagittarius opposing Jupiter retrograde in Gemini. So this is interesting because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and is now retrograding in Gemini, opposite. And the Sun is in Sagittarius. And the Sun in Sagittarius today is opposing its ruler, Jupiter, in the sign of Gemini. So this feels like a full moon today, right? This can feel a little bit like, woo, especially if you have your big three, which I do, I'm a Sag rising. So you might feel this energy more intense, right? So this can feel like a full moon moment. This can feel like a moment of clarity. You have some kind of aha moment, right? Maybe you have some kind of realization, or for some, in a more general sense, because Jupiter, Sag, all this energy, it talks about our philosophy, our belief system, right? What we believe in. So today might be a day where you want to speak your truth, speak or share about your beliefs. And this is talking about the Sun. So this might be you sharing from your experience, or what helped you, right? The belief system, the things that truly helped you with something in your life, or an area in your life in general. And that's why you want to speak about it. You want to share it with the world, right? Finally, one last station of this week, Neptune. Neptune is going to station direct at 27 degrees in Pisces at 3:42 p.m. Pacific time, or December the 8th, 7:42 a.m. Hong Kong time. Neptune is an interesting planet. Every time when I talk about Neptune, I have immediately this dreamy, blurry, luminous feeling coming in, and I just like, I don't know, it's blurry. And it feels like a moment of clarity, but it also feels like it might make it worse. So I am actually very interested to find out how people feel about Neptune stations, because first of all, when it's outer planet, we don't feel like every day, but we do feel it when they station, or when they're making like a very personal aspect, right? Like transiting or aspecting your personal planets, right? Your big three, that you really feel it. But in a more general sense, we usually feel it more when they station. So today can be a day where you can personally maybe feel like you gain some kind of clarity. The fog is lifted and you see something clearly now. And for some, you might be questioning it, right? You might be like, am I seeing the truth, or is there more to it, right? And whenever we talk about Neptune, I always think about our Hollywood business, our movies, our music, our motion pictures, which is movie, oh my god, the Hollywood industry, the celebrities, right? All this like glittery things that is in our society. And Neptune talks about that. So I wonder if today's Neptune station might have some interesting headlines, gossip, or whatever that is in those industries. So it might be interested to see what comes up. Everyone will feel this a little different. Do comment below and let me know how you find Neptune station. I do want to know. But also Neptune do relates to substances, do relate to, you know, psychedelics and, you know, dreams and all those stuff. If you feel like you want to go on a rabbit hole, escape a little, binge watching something, or dive into a rabbit hole of researching about a particular thing, go on. Let yourself dream a little and just go away. But if you are, you know, relating yourself with any kind of substance, please be mindful about it, right? So that's it. Very long video because we have so much happening this week. And let's take a quick look at our collective message this week. My god, look at this. We have the Six of Swords, which is the card for Aquarius. We have Six of Wands, another six, and this is Leo. And we have what? Mars stations in retrograde today, this week, and we also have Venus moving into Aquarius. How interesting. And in the middle of this two card, we have the World, which is all the fixed sign. Also Aquarius and Leo are in this World card. And this is a card for Saturn. Oh my god, we have two squares with Saturn. Look at this. Okay, so first of all, this 2-6 definitely reminding us to find the balance and harmony within all this chaotic energy that we might be experiencing this week, right? Stay grounded, use your tools to help you to do that. And when energy is overwhelming, please retreat and know that something might be coming to an end, right? Or might need us to go back to do all the REs, right? Reevaluate, revisit, rethink, redo, so on and so forth, right? Nothing is set in stone just yet. This is also the last month of our Gregorian calendar year. So this is definitely a time to slow down. We are in the deep of retrogrades, right? We're ending and beginning next year with retrogrades. This is reminding us to slow the F down, okay? So slow the F down, let those energy move through. Know that, you know, it requires us to redefine the meaning of success, redefine the meaning of what we're passionate about, what makes us feel like a victor, right? That is what motivates and what ignites that fire, makes you feel like a winner, make you feel like you're doing what you love, right? This is that moment. The next month with Mars retrograde in Leo is all about that, redefining that, find that back, right? If you feel like you lose your juice, you lost your motivation, what moves you, what lights you up, that is okay. Don't feel discouraged. Allow yourself this month to slow down and rediscover all those stuff, what they mean for you, right? From the Moonology card, we have first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. And we have last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. Okay, this is both very much retrograde. So first of all, with Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, assess the situation. Don't be impulsive, please, please, please. It's very easy to jump into conclusion, pick a fight, be in a fight with others, and miscommunicate, because we do have now Mars retrograde on top of Mercury retrograde. And reflect on your priorities. That is what I just said with the Mars retrograde, right? And lastly, our card, Oracle card, Card 16, all that glitters. All that glitter is not gold, right? This is asking us to see beyond the glitters. Mars retrograde in Leo. Leo is all about the shiny things. Leo is about how you shine, what makes you shine in this world. And this is about seeing beyond that and to see the deeper meaning of that and know that this can change as we move through times, as we move through changes, right? What used to light us up might change, like what I said already. And this is also about your world, not just about you, but people, situation, relationships around you. This might be a time, because guess what, we also have Venus retrograde early next year. So with all these personal planets going retrograde, it's really asking us not just doing all the REs with ourselves, but with people around us, situation in our life, area of our life, right? Seeing beyond the glitter. What's behind that Mars? What's behind all those glitters, right? So I hope this message helps. I know it's a long video, but comment below, let me know how you find it, and always feel free to come back when the week ends to revisit. This might make more sense, right? That's always what I say with astrology. It's a great forecasting tool and reflecting tool. So come back at the end of the week if you want to. Let me know how you find all these messages and energies after the week. So in the meantime, take care of yourself. If you're interested to work with me, I offer all kinds of astrology consultations, tarot akashic records reading, and distant Reiki energy healing sessions. Feel free to email me below. In the description box, you'll find all my information. Wishing you all a great week ahead. Take care. See you.